the way he uses the ball is he's so penetrating and cuts defenses up, and his ability to stay in the chain and, go on long runs and meters game type player. So he's crucial to the way we like to play.
Sounds a lot like your good self. 3-1 in favour of Blue. Tim English dominant early out of the ruck situation. Let's see how Sweet goes this time. Sweet got the tap on this occasion down to Liberatore, but he runs straight into Riley West. So Caleb Daniels starting in the middle, got the job on Bontempelli at the moment. Occasion down to Liberatore, but he runs straight into Riley West. So Caleb Daniels starting in the middle, got the job on Bontempelli at the moment.
Not shocked at all.
This time English tries to take it from the ruck, gives it to the Bont. Treloar sneaks away, bends it across the body inside 50, over the head of Bruce. Will get to the back, and Cleary and Karmas will see it out. So some more midfield minutes for the likes of Caleb Daniel, Riley West, Riley Garcia spent a bit of time in there as well over the summer. So just a few different looks as they continue to build that midfield depth.
Yeah, definitely. I think the dynamic in there is pretty good. Everyone's got different strengths, and it's always good to have depth in the midfield because, especially with injuries and whatnot, it's been the engine rooms where you want your best players in there, and those boys have been great.
A back heel accidentally there from Arthur Jones. So out of bounds on the full free kick to Ed Richards. Centers it up, big pack of players. Coming over the top was Luke Goder at the front there, number 5 in blue. Liberatore slips a tackle. Maple flips a little handball out wide. Oscar Baker. Good pressure here from blue. They don't release the football. Harris, Treloar. Now Richards spears it low. Beautiful kick. And he finds Luke Goder, 22-year-old on the VFL list. VFL games for Footscray, originally from Sunbury and the Calder under-18s. These days plays his local footy at Deer Park. 10 goals for Deer Park last year, including 3 against Sunshine. Generally, tall winger, good in the air, can drift forward and kick a goal. He misses on this occasion. So it's 3-1 to a goal in favour of Blue, who've had the majority of the play, probably 85% of it at their end of the ground. Cleary brings it back in. This is Bailey Smith. So from a White perspective, they're hemmed in deep in their own defence. This is Daniel. How do they work it out of the back half here and get some time in possession themselves?
Yeah, we just need a bit of drive from the White defence. I think, they seem to be playing a kick mark type of game, but I think the Blues forward pressures allowing to keep them in their forward half. So, hopefully they get some bit of drive, bit of run and carry out of there.
It was a good switch, wasn't it? Created a little bit of space, but now Williams confronted by the zone. Bruce, Maple. He'll take some territory. Blue have got some numbers back, but Darcy the only one to really fly at it. And he takes the grab right on 50. Will he go back and have a shot or look for an option? Norton wants it deep. He's got Lobb and Newgle Hagen down there as well. It's landed the Giants in the goal square, but Sam Darcy may go back here and have a shot himself. How's his summer been?
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's such a different athlete because he can do a lot. He's been tried in defence and played a bit of forward. I think he's more naturally a forward, and it's just a hard matchup. He's got such great length, and it's tough to stop.
Ball drops in the goal square. Keith looking to concede, and in the end, Ed Richards does that. Speaking to Bevo before the game, he was suggesting that whether he plays forward or back will probably depend week to week on team balance and opposition matchups because, as you mentioned, he's got the ability to do both equally as well. So it's a great lever to have to pull when it comes to selection. Maybe shuffle him around, and that opens an opportunity for a better matchup somewhere else, or even during a game to just give a different look.
Definitely. I think it's just going to help his development as well to play both ends of the ground. His ability to read the play and read the ball and take some intercept marks in defence, but then also go down forward and take a grab and kick some goals. So he's going to be an unreal weapon for us in the coming years.
Smith's kick inside 50 is mopped up by Ed Richards, who bursts away, just kicks to space. Bruce might get there first. Got a horrible bounce, but he's got some support. This is Joel Garner. Slips the tackler. Just has to chip it short. Finds Caleb Poulter, the ex-Magpie. Somewhat of surprise to see him off an AFL list at Collingwood after a couple of seasons there. Played 11 games in 2021 and looked to be cementing a spot, but then just the one game last year and got delisted by the Pies at the end of the season. So stays in the system at the Whitten Oval. Crozier, Richards. West had to be quick. He's run down by Sam Willoughby. White now trying to squeeze up and provide some pressure, but Keith did well. Popped a handball over the top to Richards. Can he hit a target down the line? He can. Nice kick and good presentation here from Gota. Wants to go quickly. Goes inside. He's got a man deep. Cody Rack. It'll bounce over the back. Cleary will get there first and has got the support. It's Williams. Here's Poulter again. Can they hit a target on the exit? He can. He goes short and finds Joel Garner. He then swings to left half back and finds Anthony Scott. So Blue tracking across. Heavy zone they're playing at the moment. White have just got to pick their way through. Norton the target down the line. Crozier and Jones both there. Crozier at ground level. Back towards half forward, but White have got the numbers here. And in the end, that's a good result for Blue. Ball goes out of bounds and they can set up again. Riley West checks out of the game. Adam Treloar returns to the action. Lots of rotations in this one, as you'd imagine. It's Blue by a couple of goals as English takes it out of the ruck. Cleary attacked it in the air and then won it on the deck. Poulter had plenty of work to do early. That kick smothered off his boot by Ruck. Bruce will be happy to see this to the line. So Josh Bruce, great to see him back. Did his ACL in round 21 of 21. Came back, played 5 games late last year in the AFL. And now with, again, the shuffling of different players and Rory Lobb's arrival at the club, Josh spending his time over the summer now retraining as a defender.
Yeah, and Josh will tell you, he spent, his first couple of years at GWS as a defender. So he knows the role pretty well. And, I think he's been a great addition with his experience down there. And, he's played some good footy in the summer. Well,
that one got over the back of the contest, and that's a lovely snap at goal from Dan Orgel. He kicks a goal, his first of the day. And this is a really good start now from Blue. They lead it by 3 goals. Dan, the 21-year-old, originally from Glen Iris Junior Footy Club, and then Wesley, collegians in the VAFA and the VAFA. He's got a good tank, good patterns, good one-on-one. 6 games in the VFL in 21 and then 14 games last year, really cemented his place in that Footscray team and has done a couple of nice things early. And a great opportunity for these VFL-listed players to get out there and show their stuff against AFL quality opposition.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've had a few match simulations over the summer and had a few of the boys come in and give us a hand. And, it's just great for their experience to play with, some of the best players in the competition like Bont and et cetera. And, they've been great and they're always willing to learn and get better. So it's been good and sets them up for the good VFL season.
Blue into attack again, but Poulter in best position takes the grab. Played mainly on a wing at Collingwood. Almost got pigeonholed into that wing role, but at the Dogs, he's going to have a little bit more flexibility to go back across half back as well. Just add to his game. Reads it well in the air, moves well. And there's a penetrating kick. So he's got all the weapons you need to be that intercept half back in the modern game. That kick from Bailey Williams really hangs up in the breeze. You see that the Blue have probably got the breeze in this opening term. On the evidence of that trajectory, it drops straight down. Holding free kick. It's going White's way to Rory Lobb. Lobb pokes it towards the pocket. Jones flies over the top. Arthur Jones, always exciting on the deck. He wins it. Ugle Hagen keeps it alive. Paddled to his own advantage, then ran into Keith. And he's gone. Just a glimpse there of Arthur Jones, who's got a bit of magic.
Yeah, he does. He always seems to do something special on any game day. If it's a high mark or, take the game on, he loves a goose step and kicks some miracle goals. So he's always exciting to watch.
Crozier's kick really did float on the breeze. It carried there, didn't it? Almost cleared Ewan McPherson. The son of the great super Steve McPherson. 188 games for the Dogs from 82 to 95. Ewan, who's played 24 VFL games for Footscray over the last few seasons. Become an important player in that VFL side. This is Orgel again, the goal kicker. Goes looking for Karmas. He's got 3 to beat in the air. It'll get over the back. Treloar versus Poulter. 2 former Magpies go at it. McRae. Poulter then lays a tackle. Stands up Gota. We'll have a stoppage. 35 out from the Blues goal. They lead by 3. McRae, the clearance. Norton used the body well on Giray. Just nudged him forward of the football. Now a race back towards goal. It's a 2-on-2. Gardner taken down by Willoughby, but got the hands free, did well. And then Crozier can sweep a handball to Richards. Pressure came from Lobb. Richards, penetrating kick into the path of Bontempelli. It sits nicely for the skipper. Looks up, heads goalward. Treloar will come over the top of McRae. Well done, Jack McRae. Critical grab, took it well. Such a consistent performer, Jack McRae. He's had 30-plus touches in 37 out of 49 games over the last 2 seasons, which is just extraordinary strike rate. Norton, Ugelhagen. And then skipping away is McLean. Great to see him back in action, having a good summer as well. Crozier. Keith, what a lovely step. Sold the dummy superbly there on Willoughby. He'll love that one. Harris, McPherson. Well done, Raak. Had to stand and wait for it. Treloar has got a man breaking into space at Stretton. He'll go a little deeper towards the top of the square. It's a 2-on-2. Callett needs some support. Did well in the end. Well played, Josh Callett. And the son of Nigel clears it out towards Bailey Williams, and he and McComb see it over the line. And what a lovely dummy down here at the halfback flank.
Yeah, Alex Keith, probably not known for his selling candy, but that was
the shop was open there.
Yeah.
Well, this is the time to try it. Roll it out in an intra-club.
Yeah, the crowd loved it.
Bontempelli did well. Treloar, McComb. Bontempelli says, go for home, Robbie. He does, but he's missed it to the near side. 15 AFL games now for Robbie McComb, having come off the Footscray VFL list, won the best and fairest in 2021 and got an opportunity last season. Took it with both hands, played 15 games. Kick towards the wing, Dale. Shrugs McLean. Goes short to Bontempelli, who's got Stretton to his right. Looks in that direction now. And Kai Stretton, the 20-year-old from Dingley. Also spent some time at Cheltenham. Mordialloc Brayside, and these days plays his local footy with some beads. Mentone was a small pressure forward. Broke his collarbone last year, which kind of interrupted his progress. Played a couple of VFL games. Expected to have a much more prominent role in 2023. Wind will bring this one back from left to right. Right to the line for Karmas. It's still alive. Desperate scrambling defence here from Poulter. He concedes the behind for White. And they've been under siege in this opening term.
Yeah, the Blues have kept them in their half, and obviously scoreboard shows that. But just hopefully can, take the most of the momentum the Blues have gathered, and hopefully kick a few more.
So 4 30-minute quarters is the plan. We've just hit the 20 and 3/4 minute mark. So still another 10 minutes to play here. Can White just get a little bit of time in possession and start to control the game a little more themselves? That kick from Cleary to Baker had to go quickly. Sullivan stands underneath it as Darcy comes over the top and takes the grab. Can go to Lobb one-on-one. He's got a couple of metres on Richards, and Rory's got it right on 50. McLean tracks back hard. You've got Ugelhagen in the pocket. He'll go deeper to McLean, and Toby's got it. And the pockets here, very kickable at Mars. They're not overly deep.
Yeah, Toby practiced this one a lot, so I doubt he'll pass this one off, but he's a pretty good snapper of the ball, so I'm banking he'll kick this one.
Coming off a right ACL in round 17 of 2020, and then a training in 2021. Got back.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, there you go. You got it, mate. You're,
Natural.
You're set up for this line of work. He's put that one across the face, but all the word from inside the camp, it's been great to see Toby have a good, solid, uninterrupted pre-season.
Yeah, definitely. He's had a bit of bad luck over the years, and but now his body's holding up nice and strong, and he's put some good work in this summer, and hopefully he can have a good run at it and play some good games.
Searching kick from Karmas. Nice grab taken by Josh Bruce. Goes short, finds McRae. A lot of congestion inside 50 here. Going to be hard to find some space, so we'll just pop it up for Ugelhagen, who takes it out in front of his face. And certainly one of the things when we've been talking behind the scenes about game plan and the sort of adjustments that need to be made, Dogs have got so many tall marking options now. The way in which you set up inside 50 and even the way in which you deliver inside 50 just needs to adjust slightly, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We can't be caught in the trap of just bombing along and hoping one of the tools takes a grab. We still have to, play our system, look for that lead that Nader did, and and also playing with the 4 tools. That we have to be able to apply pressure, and we know that Mara's got the ability to do that on the ground, and Naughty as well. So that's going to be a big key for this year.
Blue managed to concede the behind. Dale takes no time at all. Beautiful kick, penetrating low and flat to Treloar at defensive 48. Now Keith, as they look to change angles. Standing underneath this one was Rourke Smith. Gardner, Dale, confronted by Baker, got the kick away, bounces towards the wing. Karmas in a battle there with Maple. This is Lockie Sullivan. He's taken down by Ned Harris. Ball underneath that pair. Sullivan tries to flip it out. Does so successfully. Still in dispute. Goda did well. McLean went to ground. Sullivan. Good strong tackle there from Stretton. Coming over the top is Goda as well. And there was nowhere there for Josh Callett to go. Approaching the 24-minute mark of the opening term. Great to have you with us. The Bulldogs final intra-club of 2023. Jason Bennett alongside Jason Johannesson. There's that kick from Lockie Sullivan, ricochets off the contest and out of bounds. So your own progress at the moment, where are you at?
Yeah, I ticked all the boxes I needed to yesterday and just had a little bit of a calf complaint. And raring to go next week. So happy days.
Chance to sit back and enjoy this one today. Rest up for next week. Smith taken down. That's a really good tackle from Treloar. It pinned the arm and prevented the effective handball. Treloar's kick needed to be precise and was. Found Duray. Crozier back to Duray through the middle of Mars Stadium. Thumps it long on the breeze. Karmas tracks it back. It clears he and Bruce and will pitch and roll out of bounds. And that breeze quite pronounced to the right of screen in the opening term. The end in which Blue are kicking, and they've made the most of it early. 7 shots to 3 to lead it by 19 points as we hit the 25-minute mark. Scores are relevant, of course, at intra-club level, and the scoreboard will probably be reset at halftime anyway. That's the suggestion from Luke Beveridge. It's more just about seeing setups and structures and combinations and ball movement.
Yeah, definitely. I think structurally, we want to have a look at what we can bring to the table this year and going into next week. And I think at halftime we'll probably switch the teams up and just give it a different look and play some players in their probably B category, you can say, in their backup position and see how they go.
Karmas on the burst. McPherson, well done, Poulter. Stopped him in his tracks, prevented an effective kick. It's still there for Blue. Karmas, it's smothered off his boot. Maple goes at it, and they work it back to the line. I asked Bevo about the development time over the summer. Where have you spent most of the development time? He said 80% on forward entry and defending full ground, which he felt was a strength a couple of seasons ago, but not quite as good last year.
Yeah, our transition defence, I think we're, one of the worst teams of letting other teams go from their defence all the way and kick a goal into their forward line. So it's been a major focus. And as you know, the game of footy nowadays is if you can keep it in your forward half as long as possible, then you have a good chance of winning.
McLean runs into McComb, who just pulls up a little sore from that. Well done, Liam Jones came bustling out, took it to the line. Yes, that end-to-end defence, I think, number 1 2 years ago and maybe slipped to something like number 17 last season. So it's been a big focus. So he said 80% on forward entry and then setting up behind that to make sure defend full ground, and then 20% around the usual sort of stoppage and clearance work, which is obviously such a critical part of the game.
Yeah, well, they work hand in hand. If you're obviously using the ball really well, going inside 450, you're obviously not defending it on the way back. So, they both work hand in hand. And, if we can improve those two areas, it's going to improve our game a hell of a lot.
Liberatore put the head down, but Treloar got it out to English. And well done, Rory Lobb, back with the flight, takes the grab at half back. So White have been under pressure for much of the term. Going into the breeze in the opening quarter. The AFL forward line, if you were, at that end of the ground, but not getting the supply they would have liked. Maybe an opportunity here. Smith's handball set up Williams, but the turnover now comes, and English receives from McComb, goes down the line. One-handed effort from Chatfield, couldn't bring it in. Cleary has to be quick. Lovely step, got him away from Harris, bought himself a little bit of space. The kick was good. Liberatore takes the grab despite the pressure from McPherson. Coming away, McRae, but that kick's going to get picked off by Keith, who's had a good opening term. Uses Bontempelli. Has got a man sneaking out wide, and he'll head in that direction now and find Riley West, centre wing. He's got Karmas in the pocket, wants to go a little deeper. Chatfield, the main target. Poulter's had a good opening term, wins the football again, feeds it out. Sweet did well, went down and won it. Off to Callett. And that's a good clearance out of the back half from White. They look to be under pressure. Scott had a good summer on the wing. Off to Bailey Williams. Bends it down the line. Jones versus Lobb. Crozier there as well. And Liam Jones happy to kill it to the line. And the addition of Rory Lobb at one end and Liam Jones at the other, just immediate ready-made depth.
Yeah, and they came in, ready to go. They both started training early with the younger boys, and that just showed their attitude and their investment into the team, and they've been great, haven't missed a beat.
Smith starting to get busy. McRae always busy. Look at the tall timber under that one. Ugle-Hagan had to go the punch in the end. Liberatore's handball was partly smothered inadvertently by McLean, but now Williams. Scott, tidy delivery, good spoil from Raak. Well done, Sullivan. Great second effort at ground level. Can he finish? No, Crozier will go back and cut it off, but that was sharp work from Lockie Sullivan. Here's Cody Raak in his second year in the system. Orgel to Dale. Down the line, nicely read by Daniel. Picks it off. Looks for an option inside 50, and that is perfect to Ugle-Hagan, a defender's nightmare.
That was unbelievable by Caleb. When he won the ball back, he didn't have an option. Used his legs, allowed Mara to find some space, and then hit him up on his non-preferred. Brilliant play.
Just took a bit of time, didn't he? No hurry to just get it in there. And Ugle-Hagan did him a favour and worked hard to get himself into some space. Can Jamara finish here from the angle? Works it on the breeze. You can see what he was trying to do. Had the right idea, just started it a fraction too far left. 1-1 for Jamara in the opening term. As the siren sounds for quarter time. Good start from Blue. Had most of the action, most of the traffic in that first quarter with the breeze at their back. They lead 4-3-27 to the White 1-3-9. Jason Johannesson, always a pleasure to catch up. Thanks so much for your insights in the opening term. Best of luck for